All good. Right, I'm jumping up to the lounge. You guys have a good race. Good luck. Yeah, just in Discord. Yep. It doesn't. Yep. You'll be able to hear me, and you can talk to Shane if you left. Well, I could mute you. Yeah. No, if you mute yourself, just make sure you unmute yourself again. Hopefully you don't have to. Mate, I've told you before, I am your only fan. No, when you're talking, there's nothing. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, good. Right, should I, do you want me to share my screen for you guys? Okay, share. Nah, no, because I'm not going to do that tonight. I still haven't got it. No, I haven't. No, I haven't got it squared away enough. I want to get it done. No, I don't know. Yeah, a whole big field of bogeys. Yeah, well, I'll probably do Xavier because he's actually in an Allports car. Yep. Is there two races? Right, cool. Yep. Okay. Okay, cool. Nice. Yep. Right, I'm going to roll the video in now and then we'll be going live. Yep. Good evening, good evening. Welcome to SuperCars NZ, Allports Gaming, round one of the V8's Summer Series. Got a ripper of a one tonight, 41 car entries. This is Doug, and I'm joined in the broadcasting lounge tonight with Shane and Sean. How are we going, guys?
Yeah, good, thanks, Doug. We're here in Lexington, Ohio, USA for our first round, Mid-Ohio Sports Car Course. It's a 3.62 kilometre circuit here. And yeah, nice tricky little undulating circuit for the guys to try and wrestle these V8s around tonight. So hugely exciting way to get the new season underway.
Awesome stuff. And Sean, how are you, mate?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm looking forward to trying to keep these 41 cars on track in a straight line. So, yeah, this is the first time we've done race control for the V8 in the big series, so in a while. So this should be good. The boys know what to expect as a driving standards, and hopefully there's no carnage. But I've got money on turn 1 and 2 off the start. So 2 races tonight, a 12 lap, and then we go into a 20 lap race for the feature.
Very cool, awesome stuff. And Shane, you've got a wee bit more information for us around the structure of tonight's racing and what to expect from the guys.
Yeah, so as Sean said, it's 12 laps for the first race and then 20 laps coming up after that. So they have enough fuel available to them to be able to do the whole race on one tank. But as with last season, they do have to make a compulsory pit stop for 4 tyres at some point during the race. So some of the guys will be looking to start with a little bit less fuel than what they need and add the fuel that's going to be covered by tyres. Other guys might not be too keen to take that risk and will just start with what they need and not add any in the pit stop.
Yeah, great stuff. Yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting, and it might look a wee bit funny at times looking at the at pit lane, because as we've said, we've got 41 cars, and I think there's probably about 20 pit lane boxes, so we'll probably definitely see a few cars sitting inside some other ones, which will look a bit humorous for sure.
Yes, and a note on that, pit lane is actually a very hard entrance to get in and out of, so we can see some people getting past in the pit lane, either making a bit of a mistake trying to get in, or a bit of a mistake trying to exit, so spots to be made, and the big reason why we do the 4-tire pit stops as part of the races.
Yeah, cool beans. Rightio, so at the moment, I don't know if that's the complete data set of people who have actually set a lap time. Definitely looks like there should be more than that.
2, 4, 6,
Yeah, there's definitely a
8,
lot more that have set a
10,
time.
12 or 13 people haven't set lap times.
Rightio.
That's me in there, you in there, Doug, and you also in there, Shane, have not set lap times. So there's quite a list that have.
Okay, well, let's jump on board with our current P1.
So here's to show you the top 10. That's
There we
why
go.
it's
So
that.
that's brought up a few more there for the folks to see. So fairly tight times there at the top, and then a wee bit of a spread from about 10th down, but still close. It's going to be an interesting race. I hope the guys appreciate giving each other some space on that opening lap. For sure, this track is certainly wild. It's got a lot of different undulations, climbs and drops, and again, very happy that I'm up here in the booth, because I'd otherwise be playing in the sandpit with a digger.
Oh, they're all crazy, mate. There's crashes on the front straight. There's burnouts in the pits. Qualifying has got 10 seconds to go, and it doesn't let them finish that time because it's heat racing. So, yep, once the time's up, the time is up. All cars will be into pits. It'll be about 2 minutes before the start.
Awesome.
We're looking at those finishing positions. I don't think it's changing. Got some
No.
new faces up there too. Some new names. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
Obviously, the tried and true, obviously, with that poll there, which you can go through that. But new names in second, and down there, 6th, I see, 8th, and it goes on. Right? Yeah, it's cool to see some new names out there.
It certainly is, but not a so new name for us. Quite a seasoned professional, as we'd say here at SuperCars NZ. Mike Robinson taking out P1 for the Heat 1 feature tonight. We do have a new car, new driver who's taken out P2, and that's Timothy Vaughan. He's obviously just getting his setup changed over, or making sure that he's got enough race gas to get through. Another very common name, Bruce Tannock, took out 3rd spot. Got Dion de Graaf there in 4th, Simblack's entry. Aaron Goodrick from MRX has taken out 5th. Connor Nixon, he's obviously sorting out his setup as well in the pits, took out 6th spot. Craig Mason, one of the admin boys, KRF, OKMS Motorsports, took out 7th. Heath Parlett, welcome back, Heath. He's with Skeleton Sim Sports there. Great looking car. There's a few of those out there. Here's another one, Steve Bradford in 9th. And Eamon Young rounding out our top 10.
We've got Tony Lynch lining up 11th. Roger Forbert will line up off P12. Jordan McDonnell will take 13th spot on the grid. Sam Neal 14th. That's a massive improvement for Sam Neal to be sitting up there, actually. Luke Hay is going to start off 15th. Cole Taylor 16th. Steve Darren 17th. Dane Noda 18th. Derek Lovegrove 19th. And Nick Bakey rounds out the top 20 as the lights are about to come up, I believe.
They are. Let's get it on. Let's take a wide angle at turn 1, turn 2. It's going to be cool.
Green flag, green flag.
So they're off, and it's a slow start for Timothy Vaughan. Bruce Tannock's able to jump him off the start. Bit of wheel spin at the back and some contact by the look of it. A few guys having to come around the last couple of corners before they actually get to the start line.
Oh, wow. There's a car off at turn 1 out wide. Sorry, boys, carry on.
Couple guys off, looks like Roger Forbert. There's another one off and wide.
22, turn 1.
Sounds like race control call coming in for Sean there.
Look at all those cars.
Yeah,
Wow.
massive field, all settling down into single file at the moment. Couple looking to go down the inside into the end of the back straight here. Oh, someone goes deep down at turn 4 there. It's currently Mike Robinson out in front of Bruce Tannock by just under half a second, so Bruce Tannock's still well and truly within touch. He'll be looking to see if he can stay there, try and tuck into the slipstream on some of the straights and see if he can find a way past or even just save a little bit of fuel. Certainly closing the gap through
Oh,
the
Robbo!
There's a big moment. Gathers it up, but he's dropped a bunch of spots of that. He's gone back to 7th. Gives a big well done to all the guys that managed to avoid him.
Wow.
Bruce Tannock inherits the lead now after that mistake from Robbo.
What an
As-
opening lap. Oh!
Go
As it
on,
looks
there's
like
another
Luke Hay
cut.
off
Wow.
right at the back.
Holy.
That was looked to be Luke Hay that just crashed there. Got Cole Taylor crashed in that one also. Number of things going on.
On my track map, Mike Robinson's showing down at turn 5 at the moment, so I wonder if...
He's there, I can
no,
see.
that's a glitch. Oh no, sorry, I was looking at positions, not car numbers.
And I've got so much data rolling in, I cannot even go back to have a look and see what's happened back
That's
back
alright,
there.
that's alright. If we keep an eye on just about 8th or 9th spot, go back and have a look and we'll go from there. There he is.
So yes, I've got a replay here. Cole Taylor crash.
I think
Actually-
it's not his fault, but let's have a look. Let's have a look.
What I'll just do is I'll just make sure we're on a good camera for that one before we do it. Oh, so
Oh,
big
that
moment
was that. That's what we
there.
saw. He got taken out. Still not
So-
right with where they start, hey? But that's
No.
alright. It's alright.
But then we got Luke Hay here. So this
And here's
is.
Cole. Wait, and here's Cole Taylor.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh, so
Here's Cole
Luke.
Taylor there.
Yeah, that's massively
Oh.
unfortunate.
Oh, Bakey! Nick Bakey was sideways through there. Oh,
That's
he's in the
one
pit.
very destroyed Mustang, and so we've got a few guys already going through and to get their pit stops, and we'll just have a wee stroll down through the order of current affairs. So Bruce
End of
Tannock
the long
there in
straight.
first.
Sorry, mate. Into the long straight is where it is good to pass. Oh, is there contact? That is close. Great pass. Great pass. Love the white wheels too.
So Timothy Vaughan needs to get himself hooked up with a paint, either jump on trading paints and find something on there, or get one of the Brett O'Keefes of the world to make him a nice shiny paint.
Yeah,
Running a standard iRacing one there at the moment.
yes. He was certainly under a lot of pressure there from Dion de Graaf, the Simblack's entry.
Well, I believe Timothy was the one putting the pressure on. I believe he's just
Yeah,
made the pass.
he's just made the pass.
Oh,
here.
very good. Awesome stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. See, now there's 3 of us. I can always back you up, Shane, when you know you're right. It's good, mate.
I always know Shane's
got
right. Yeah, so there we go. So Dion de Graaf there in third. Aaron Goodrick. Here he is, 4th spot.
Ever travel down the field and check out the back of the field and see how they're all coping? I bet you the cars aren't as pretty as nice as this lot.
Yeah, so if we have a look down here, Gerald Eccleston, that's a nice Castrol livery there. He's currently chasing down Connor Nixon in front of him, who had a big plummet down from where he started by 16 grid spots.
If you pull up the pit stops and say, I think Connor and Mike Robinson had pitted. If you
Copy.
pull that little decal up, little thing up on there on the timing tower, we should be able to figure out who's stopped.
Yeah, so
I think
Connor
Robbo's
is one
had
of them.
another drama since his stop though, because I believe I saw him coming out right behind Connor Nixon. But
Yeah.
off a bit now.
Yep, that's true. I saw him come out right behind him as well. So he's had another moment. So I actually think Connor is in actually a good spot to finish I don't know, 5 or 6. I'm not too sure when he came into the pits and where he was in the order before he pitted. But I still think if he kept out of the action, all the
Yeah.
carnage, he'll be right when it comes time everyone's done their cycle.
So there's who we got there? Derek Lovegrove, one of the new guys.
Yep, ran a business in Hamilton for years and years, and when I saw better parts, auto parts on the side, I was like, I know you. Had a good old chat, and welcome to the league.
Yeah, so he's currently sitting behind James Isherwood there, who's got a slightly lightweight version of his Mustang going with a missing bonnet, and got Nick Bakey just sitting behind Derek there as well, who's probably going to try and put some pressure on him, because they are both contending for position, both having featured one stop.
Yeah, Derek did quite a quick practice time, so I actually thought he would be quite high up in the field. Obviously, there could have been a bit of damage or carnage or contact that keep him where he's at, but
that could be
right.
Yeah, that could be rectified, I suppose, once a few other cars come through the pits. Here's a Allports backed entry of Xavier Simmons, as usually up fronting in the GT3 series. It's not looking very clean down the side there. So, but he's currently showing up 22 grid spots.
Oh wow, he always does that though.
Yeah,
I think he's done it the
16th.
hard way too, don't you think, Shane? I think he's done it the hard way.
Yeah, he does always seem to do it the hard way. Always seems to start off the back and make his way through.
Yeah, and as they they're cycling around the track here, and they've just gone past the start. We'll try and jump back on board with Xavier on the next lap or towards the end once he's done his pit stop and he's got a clean car. So let's have a look and see who else is out there. Here's an interesting one for the folks at home. They might not be might not be aware of this one. What can you tell us about this here, Shane?
Yeah, so Mark Wright, you can see the Welsh flag next to his name. He is joining us from Wales, and in my car as well. He's one of my teammates, so that's the DSA Commodore that he's driving out there. Put a bit of Welsh design on there for him, and yeah, he's out there smashing around in P12 at the moment, yet to pit, so interested to see where he finishes. It looks like he's kept the car relatively clean, so I'm pretty happy so far.
He's quite lucky, isn't he?
Yeah.
So I've got a bit of comment.
Yeah, it's a bit unusual to see a DSA car in straight panels and on the track, so that's really good. Well done, Mark.
Suzuka anyone?
It's 7:30 over there in the morning, so he's not just Welsh, he's actually in Wales, isn't he?
Correct, yes.
So he's got up nice and early to do this and join us for this race, so that to me is wicked. Oh my god, I've just seen an impact in pit lane, sorry.
Oh
no.
That doesn't sound good.
Oh no.
Was the DSA car involved in that by any chance?
No, it's Blake. You guys have got to see this because it's horrendous. It's absolutely horrendous.
I'll see if anything comes up, but nothing's come up
Yeah,
yet.
that's
But
right.
just click on Blake Greenhall into the pit lane. That might lead you to.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I'll see if I can find. I've got
He
him leaving the
hit a
pits.
He hit a car in pit
I've
lane,
got Blake
going the wrong way.
entering the pits, so we'll quickly go to that.
Yeah, go to it. Don't be a look.
Oh, what the?
No.
Oh! Oh! I'm surprised you didn't get black flagged.
Oh.
That
So he's missed his pit bay and he's decided to back up instead of going around and coming back to the pits.
Wow. And if we
and
there was a DSA car involved as well. Far out.
There was. He managed to overlap with him because it was in the service lane, but I think Blake needs to go back and read his road code again. Number one rule of driving on the motorway: if you miss your exit, back up.
That's
take the
it.
next one.
Take the drive-through. Oh, well,
I don't even know how
there'll be
I saw
yarns
that.
about that.
I don't know how I saw that on my other screen.
Well done, though. So this is another cool one. This is Andrew Johnstone. He had an awesome NZ livery for last season. He's got to have a full refresh on this car, now sporting the red, chrome, silver and gold. I love it, absolutely love it. And he's not only himself in the series, but his his son is
Ah,
here
look
as
at
well,
that.
Daniel Johnson. So there's actually he's
Running down the family.
following Dad around the track, and he's racing in the better of the two cars. So hopefully he'll be able to get in front of that Mustang shortly. Go the Commodore.
Shut up, shut up.
At the moment, it looks like it's Daniel's shout for dinner tonight because he's
Ah,
Yeah,
running behind his old man. So
certainly
hopefully he
is.
can get that Commodore ahead of the Mustang and yeah, earn himself a free feed.
So we'll just go to most exciting, and this is the battle at the moment between Nick Bakey, Derek Lovegrove, as Nick looks to take a pass, or at least. Oh,
car number and lap. Car number and lap.
so someone just asking for race control to look at a review an incident.
Sorry, boy. We do what we do.
Hey, you're all good.
So we've got Nick Bakey running here in 18th at the moment. Was facing a bit of pressure, but managed to pull away at the moment.
Here's an interesting one. So Scott Pickering having a really intense battle with your teammate Mark Wright there, and also Xavier Simmons caught up in that one as well. So this is going to be interesting to see how this pays out coming down into the end here.
Yeah, and Mark, I know for a fact, doesn't shy away from hard racing, so
Well,
he's not going to back down easily from this. But
he
Xavier's
didn't back
managed to
down.
keep
Xavier did throw it in deep into the corner, and I think Mark saw that coming and did the right thing. Just to open the wheel just a little bit, just to make sure that there wasn't lateral contact there, because sometimes iRacing doesn't always play fair, and you get glitching where the cars collide together. So if you're happy, Shane, I'm going to jump back on Xavier, and we'll get ready to go through for a flying lap with him.
I'm always happy, mate.
Some stuff. So we must be coming up to the last couple of corners now. Nearly. We'll get ready on board here. We'll get rid of some of that, and we'll give you one of those. That's the pit lane entry there, so just coming up to the start of the line. Go for it, Shane.
So comes off the final corner, straightens it up, gets the throttle down, crosses the line to start the lap, up to 5th gear, back to 4th. Some guys like to take this in 3rd, but he's choosing to stay in 4th. Carry the momentum through the corner and pick up the throttle nice and cleanly. Up to 5th gear, braking just after the first marker board on the left there, back down to 2nd gear, get it turned in, rotate the car through the middle of the corner, straighten it up nice and early on the exit and get the power down as cleanly as you can. Full gears down the straight now. Little kink at turn 3 here, pulling 5th gear just as you come off there, and then on the brakes just between the wall and the first marker board there, back down to 2nd gear, turn it into turn 4 there, keep it in 2nd, climb it over the curb there, over the hill, keep it in 2nd still as you drop down and into this right hander at turn 6, up to 3rd and just control the throttle through 7 and 8, and then on the brakes, goes back down to 2nd for turn 9, control the wheel spin on the exit, and then up to 4th, through the long right hander there, and then turning it into the left hander at 11, and now onto the carousel, back down to 2nd gear, keep turning, fight the understeer, get it into the curb, start to pick up the throttle, short shift to 3rd through the left hander, and back out onto the main straight, cross the line on that, and a lap at mid-Ohio.
Wicked stuff. And yeah, so we might just stay on board here with Xavier, and we'll just hear this thing crank through for a lap, eh?
Yeah, sounds good.
And there you go. That there couldn't have gone any better. That was a stunning lap there by Xavier Simmons. Allports Gaming entry, fast lane motorsport, esports, sorry, and yeah, just an absolute cracker.
Yeah, he had a pretty big moment off the final corner there, but gathered it up, and otherwise it was a very nice lap.
Yeah, amazing to see as they coming into the final lap there. So Bruce Tannock has managed to nearly clutch the end of this race in first, with Aaron Goodrick sitting there behind him. Bit of a drop away for Timothy Vaughan, who had started in second, showing now back down in 8th spot. Obviously this is the first race of 2, the feature coming up next, and yeah, well done Bruce, that was very cool. Aaron Goodrick there, no not intentional wee high five there on the way past, second place. Connor Nixon taking out 3rd. Craig Mason, great effort, 4th spot, finishing 3 from where he was. There's Heath Parlett, Skeleton Sim Sports, took out 5th, up 3 for him. Eamon Young, awesome finishing result, finished 6, up 4 from him, and his teammate Tony Lynch following him through to take 7th spot. There was Timothy Vaughan taking out 8th, Mike Robinson there in 9th, down 8 from where he started after that early rotation, and Dion DeGraaf taking out number 10. Awesome job there. Also mentioned Steve Darren, SDI entry. He's done a great job there to finish 11th. Well done, Steve. We'll see how you go moving forward in the next one.
Yes, well done, Steve. If you didn't say it, I was going to. It's unlike Steve to be clean, so we're all shocking. Lucky we're sitting down for that.
Yeah. Yeah, I know Steve will be hunting down another elusive podium like he managed to feature last season, or towards the end of the season before, at Oran Park. He managed to clutch a 3rd in the feature race there. It was another race where it was a 2-part race. So fingers crossed, Steve. We'll might be able to see you there on that one. So we've got a 6-minute warm-up period now before the next race. Is there anything that we need to be doing or talking about during this time period?
I was just going to make, sorry for you, Shane, but I was going to make it. Stephen Bradford went from 9th to 34th. So obviously, we talk about the winners and losers. Nice that those people sort of gain spots. So he's probably one of the unlucky ones. And there was obviously the Mike Robinson, the Dion DeGraaf, and Timothy, the other losers, out from their starting positions in that one.
Wow.
So a bit of contact or a bit of hard luck somewhere there. So we did
certainly
have one incident called in by Dion.
Oh, yes.
And I did it post-race, is what I suggested for it. There was 2 cars trying to pass a lap car, and there was a bit of net code involved. So I don't want to give them the bad news while they're still racing, because they could think otherwise. So I thought I'd put the post-race, and we'll just have another look at it, confirm it is net code, and then move on.
Yeah.
So that's that. There's a bit of carnage off that start though. A couple of guys wide at turn 1. That was very interesting. Suppose you got no replays on any of that.
Yes, possibly.
I believe all the data disappears when it switches over.
Yeah, it does, eh?
Yeah, it has. It's only got the new stuff there now.
Yeah.
But yeah, interesting in terms of the championship, with Mike Robinson coming in, with Rehan looking like he's going to have to take a season off this season, although maybe joining us for a race or 2 in the latter half of the season. Mike would have been hoping to see if he can snatch a championship back this season. So starting off with that moment while he was leading the race, not the ideal way for him to get it underway, but hey, there's still plenty of time left. 3 drop rounds this season, so plenty of time for him to get his championship back on track.
Yeah, I think someone was a wee bit disappointed about there only being 3, and that person was Brett O'Keefe from OKMS. Yeah, so Brett, he works over in Australia, in the mines over there, and with his job doing a fly-in, fly-out, he works every about 10 days and every other fortnight, so he's going to be home for every other week. So he was keen to bump it up to 6 drop rounds for the season, because I think he thought he might have been in for a chance. But yeah, sorry about that, Brett. Hopefully you've tuned in over there with your probably around lunchtime or just after lunchtime period and enjoying the stream and having a look down through those drivers' names as to who might be your targets for next week when you come on board. So we've got a bit of a giveaway happening at the end of this race as well, don't we, Sean?
Oh, we definitely do. We're so popular. Just so you know, I've got people text me now trying to join the race. And it's a massive thing. I'm trying to organise this. So, and one of the things I was organising, I really wanted to bring is trying to give money away to the drivers because they all pay to be here. So we all know first, second, third always get prize money at the end of the season. And I was like, well, what about the guys that turn up every week and they still love the sport, they love sim racing. How about trying to give them a little bit of the prize of the money that Allports give us and their entry fees and stuff like that, and the weekly sponsors? Let's try and give back to the whole group. So I came up with, and you guys sort of just said you go for it, Sean.
Yep.
Sort of. And let's just give money away, and obviously Christmas coming up, let's give away quite a bit is what I think is what we're not a big league, so we give away what we can. Obviously we don't keep any money, so this week, each championship is going to give away $100. So hopefully someone gets some gas money to be able to go around and see the mother-in-law and the father-in-law, money well spent, or
Yep.
to the pub where I'd probably head, but good luck.
Yep.
A one-way ticket for some family member to go somewhere, I don't know.
That's
But
for sure.
just give someone some bit of money, and
Yeah.
to me personally, I do hope it's someone down the back of the field, or,
Yep.
or someone who struggles a little bit. I know, for example, Steve Darren got it. It's not really anything to him, he'd probably try and give it away to someone else.
Yep.
Skeleton, what's
Skeleton
Heath's name?
Sim Sport, Heath Parlett, who's graciously replied to us tonight and said if any one of his 3 drivers, or including himself, gets pulled, they would like to do a redraw for someone else, or possibly to look at donating it towards a charity.
Yeah.
So we'll talk to them about that afterwards if it is one of them, and we'll see what kind of response we get around that.
Yeah, we've only got about half a minute to go, or just a bit over.
Yep.
Have you got the wheels sorted out? Can we put a little bit of a preview of what we're going to be doing? And
a wee teaser of the wheel? I can.
Because we're actually going to keep streaming and we're going to do it live. So hey, it's not like we're trying to give it away to someone that we like. Which
I
is
can
no one,
I can bring it in just into view for a minute. No, it's all good. I've got it here. So this is pretty much the wheel here. So I pulled this as a good wee bit of thing to do after seeing MRP when they did it as their
Barry stole your idea, Barry.
As their giveaway. So all I'm going to do is the finishing numbers down here will correlate to a position. We'll copy those numbers into here, and then we'll spin the lucky wheel, and whatever number populates here will be the person who finished in that position will be getting $100. So we'll draw that up at the end, and I can just see looks like we're just about ready to go back to that.
You want to quickly? You got 48 seconds. You want to go through the grid again and see where they are, boys. Oh, look at that. You don't even have to look at the cars. You can just do it that way.
Yeah, so Bruce Tannock took first, Aaron Goodrick second, Connor Nixon third, Craig Mason fourth, Heath Parlett there in fifth, Eamon Young sixth, Tony Lynch 7, Timothy Vaughan 8, Mike Robinson 9, Dion DeGraff took out our top 10, and we will jump on Bruce as we get ready for turn 1.
Look at that, look how far they're lining up. You can see them in the background of that shot. That's how far back they're lined up. That's a massive grid.
Yeah.
It's huge, eh? It is huge. 4 seconds. We'll let Shane take it off from the line. Go back.
Yeah. So light's just about to come up now. Some guys will rev their car now. Other guys get it off a little bit differently.
Green flag, green flag.
As the lights go out, they all take off, and it looks like pretty even between Bruce and Aaron at the front. Bruce covers off down into turn 1 and leads the way through. Looks like Connor Nixon's managed to hold off Craig Mason down there, and there's a moment for
Blake.
Blake Greenhill into turn 1.
Oh, that's a bit cleaner on the second one.
Yeah, looks like most of them getting through pretty cleanly.
That turn 2 was a killer. That turn 2 was a killer, mate.
Yeah.
So, well done. Oh, no. Big pile
Oh
up.
no, big
Cars
pile up at the
everywhere.
back.
Cars everywhere.
Yeah, so I've
That's
got
going to be a hard job
Steve
for you there.
Bradford showing up on my data.
Peter
John
Vanderberg.
Christoph, Andrew Johnson.
Jack
Nick Blakey
Grindhold.
involved.
James Isherwood.
Everyone, man.
Oh, there's more. Oh.
Oh, that looked like a close escape for Cole Taylor there in the Pepsi Max car.
Always the pains need to be in the front, eh? So I'll go and have a moment to myself. Go, boys. I'm going to go and look into this in case I need to give someone a penalty, but
Yep.
I'll
Copy.
go do that. You carry on with it, and
Will do. Sounds good. Yeah, so Bruce there taking out opening lap across the start-finish line there, rounding out how he started it, so that's really awesome to see. Brucey, well done, as we bring up the data sheet there to have a quick look at see who's the movers and groovers, or who's moved where to where. Steve Darren still sitting there in 11th spot, no move for him, and there we go, just the one now, so Xavier Simmons managed to just go by him. Oh no, Steve looks like he might be trying to hang on to this.
Oh yeah, good for the side-by-side racing. Steve's going to have the inside line down at turn 4 if he can stay there.
And he's
Gonna be the last of
definitely
Blake
covering
Braces
it.
there. Doesn't get to the apex first. He does. Can Xavier hold on the outside? He can, and that's going to give him the inside for this one. But Steve holding on the outside to get the inside down here now. And a little bit of rear locking has compromised him a bit there. He might get hung out to dry a little bit. No, he's managed to stay there. Still side by side. This is amazing racing. A little bit of a side on the exit, and I think that's going to be
And
enough
that's
for Xavier
just
to
it
take the
now.
spot.
Wow, what a cool thing. I'm so happy that I managed to catch that. And the next one who appears to be under pressure is Craig Mason by Timothy Vaughan here, who's already, there we go, who was already up 3 spots, now 4 from where he started. So cracker effort there, Tim. That's really awesome to see. And Connor Nixon, Connor Nixon there, sitting 3rd, and we've got a lapped car out of sequence. That's James Isherwood sitting there just behind 3rd spot. Mike Robinson up 3 from where he started. Craig giving that one away fairly easy, obviously just wanting to pace himself and either save a bit of fuel or a bit of tyre. And then we've got Heath Parlett sitting there in 7th.
Sorry, Mark, wasn't me.
Oh, so a bit of a, possibly a bit of a come together there. I see Scott Pickering, your teammate Mark, and maybe one other just having a wee issue. So I've got Scott Pickering going off the track or coming back onto the track. Let's have a see if we can see what happened with us. So there's Scott.
He's gone deep down at turn 4, rejoins the track on the other side of turn 5.
Okay. Oh, smoking
pretty
badly.
heavily, so he might have popped an engine on the downshift there.
Yeah.
Or no, that might have just been dust coming out the back of his car because it looks so cleared away.
There we go. Got one for you, for your teammate.
I'm back, boys. I'm back. Been listening.
Very good. Oh!
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 Oh, wow!
Okay, so that started with Stefan, so let's have a look at
Go
this.
fast and go back.
So side by side. Oh, Scott. Oh, okay.
Oh, and Mark's
but
just the innocent victim of that.
Yeah, I
Oh,
believe Stefan just
Ooh.
probably didn't realise he was there and sort of squeezed him for a bit of room.
yeah.
Yeah.
Scott did have a tiny bit of room to the left, but yeah, no, he definitely squeezed him for room. So
Yeah. So.
that's that spatial awareness thing.
How did you go with your wee review back there?
DSA was involved, and so was Nick Baking.
Well,
That's
DSA couldn't stay out of trouble for a whole night, could they?
no. To be honest, he went up the inside and he was running around the curb at turn 2, and Nick ended up going sideways. So I'm not going to say it's anyone's fault. It's a racing incident. Mark couldn't disappear, and he didn't run wide. He kept his line on the curb, and Nick obviously got a bit too close or didn't realise he was there, and or again that spatial awareness, which is the biggest thing in sim racing, to realise how close a car is to you. And Turnham and everyone else just didn't check up. It's is what happens.
Now we've got a cracker battle here between Connor Nixon and
This is
what
a good
appears to
battle,
be
actually.
Aaron Goodrick, who is out of sequence. I'm guessing he's pitted. So
Is he though?
where's Aaron's name? Yeah, because he's not. Oh no, sorry, Aaron Goodrick in second spot. My bad.
Yeah.
Big apologies there. So
Started from second as well. He,
yes,
finished
But
first
I
over.
believe those. Sorry, I cut you off, Shane. I believe those three faster got the guys behind him are faster. So it's quite a good little battle to watch this.
Yeah, Tim and Mike there obviously had their issues in race 1, so they're on the rebound at the moment.
But I really hope Craig gets one. I mean, sorry, Doug gets one right tonight.
yeah. So
with his comment.
here's a new camera angle for you, which
Yes, that's right.
Sean wanted me to do. So this is right inside the nose cone of the front of Mike Robinson's car, as we've got
I
Timothy
named it,
Vaughan
though.
in front of us.
Well,
Yeah,
I
no,
know the camera angle. What was it called? What did I want it called?
I don't know, scoop cam.
No, Gran Turismo.
The
That's, when you race, when you play Gran Turismo,
Oh.
you can play in that mode. So that's how you drove the car.
Yep, there was bit of very close
Oh.
side by side there. But yeah, I'm interested. This camera was quite a cool choice there, as Robbo goes and defends getting that position over Timothy Vaughan. He's up 5 grid spots currently, but I like this camera because it shows a lot of the track undulations, the ups and downs, as you can see as we're going around. But while we're on with Mike Robinson and seeing he's such a good bugger, I'm going to go into here and you're going to give us your best flying lap from inside inside the hot seat.
All right, look at that car giving way. Hopefully, get out of the way of the Ford. So I do the Fords. That's what it is. So here he goes down the main straight. Probably get up to about 210 before the braking zone at the 200. Lightly brake to get it into the apex. Should be accelerating at that curve. Plucking gears as you exit. Coming into the double apex right-hander. At the 300 marker on the brakes. Clip the curb. Double apex it. Grab first. Short shift to second. Get on the gas. Run it wide. If these cars went in the way, we'd have a bit more of a view. Coming down this little sort of straight here, I think the max speed is around 260. Let's see if it proves me right or wrong. Look at that. Let's see how high it goes. 263 under the braking zone. So, this is getting interesting. What's he going to do here? Coming up, so we're going over the little crest here. So easy to brake traction. So it's quarter throttle, half throttle. He's grabbing the wheel. He's turning it each way. He's got a guy on the side. Oh, is he in contact? No, he's going under Honda Bridge. Oh, it's all interesting stuff here. I don't even worry about my lap. Oh, there's a car getting past them. Coming up this crest. It's quarter throttle over the crest. As you go, you grab wheel spin. Up here, hug the right-hand wall. Hug that wall deep under the brakes and get over to the other side. Clip the curb. He got past. I'm really disappointed by Holden, man. I've really just given up this lap. I'm going home. See you later. Oh,
Well,
he's in the pits. He gave it up. Went to the pits. Oh!
Nearly got it pulled out.
What a lap! What a cool lap to go in car with, because I was getting all flustered. Was trying to pass us. He's my teammate.
There we go.
And
Hey,
of course, the faster car would get past him, Sean.
And-
Whatever. I'm not happy. I'm not happy about the setup. What a setup.
and did you like how I started swiveling the camera around there for you as well?
Oh, Cole Taylor in the grass.
Yeah.
Yes, I did like
Did he make a pass off the road there?
I think he did.
That's race control. Race control.
Yeah, he should be given that bum back.
Larpson comes on the mic. Race control? Are you not fast in the grass?
Yeah, no,
Because he's allowed to do it. Anyone's allowed to do it.
that's that.
What
So,
a lap though. That's cool.
there we go.
Wow.
So we've been trying to experiment with the wee pivoting camera tool. It's not quite set, but I think I managed to just have a wee bit of a look at that one. So it'll be interesting to see what that one looks like back on the live stream later. 8th spot currently, Xavier Simmons, Allports Gaming.
Up 7. Again, cranking.
Yeah. Steve Darren up the 1 spot there into 10th. He'll be still happy with a top 10 finish, and he's currently following Heath Parlett. None of those guys have stopped. The only one that's obviously done that so far, well now as Heath goes in, was Mike Robinson, which was quite an early pit stop, wouldn't you say, Shane?
Yeah, what did he come in about lap 7 or lap 8? So
8,
few
yeah.
laps before halfway, a couple of laps before halfway, so not too bad if you're looking at the undercut. He was caught up in a bit of traffic, so it could be a decent strategy as long as he can manage those tyres to the end of the race.
Yeah, and which he will. I've seen him do like 30 laps on a set of tyres, man. That guy's just a legend. But I think you're right. The traffic was the only reason he went in that lap.
I've got a crash here. We'll have a squiz at Jason Mayer. Oh, yeah, see, this is...
People, that corner gets people, man.
Yeah, it's one that's got me. Always nice waiting.
See how he stopped? I like that. This is the best thing about this league, is...
Oh.
No,
Was that a teammate as well? Was that a teammate that he got?
Oh, we need a replay. I still think he did it right. What else was he to do, you know? Like, I've had to escape to avoid that. He didn't... Maybe he should have gone to the actual off the track, but he did it right.
To be fair, iRacing should give yellow flags to the cars coming along when.
So one teammate in the pits, as we look at him, and there's the two cars just going by, and then he's flicked by. Is it white and green? It is. Teammate. Oh. There will be some conversations afterwards.
The flick if he flicked it to the grass, would have been perfect. But hey, as I said, he did try.
Yep.
Yeah, it's worse when someone just starts hooking it around straight away. Then you're like, oh, come on, mate.
Yeah, I think that car coming through, if he had yellow flags, probably should have backed it off a little bit and taken a little bit of time to realise that there's a car there and get around him a bit more cleanly.
Do you ever lift with yellow flags? Do you?
I do tend to back off a little bit when I get a yellow flag.
Yeah, oh, that's good.
So, just having a wee look there, Brendan Brownie, he hasn't left, and for good reason, because he's desperate to want to get the old $100 draw.
He's still driving?
Well, I think so. I think because it's showing second pit stop. I reckon he's towed to the pits. There he goes. So that for Brendan was about 2 minutes 6 seconds there in pit lane. So yeah, I reckon he's had a moment somewhere, and he comes out right beside P1.
And Brendan on some borrowed equipment tonight. His Logitech wheel gave up the ghost doing some rallycross in the legacy version of these cars on Saturday. So my sponsor Wayne Law graciously lent him his old wheels to drive on.
Yeah. And
Aaron Goodrick's just blowing an engine from P2.
Oh no! No way!
Bugger. So Brendan Brownie, Diverse Technologies, really good at making button boxes, sorting out LCD screens for people. Does a lot of a lot of bits and pieces button box related. So check him out on Facebook. He's a good bugger. Support New Zealand made Can't really say too much more about that.
Hi, and I see Steve's been on the mic apologising to someone.
Yeah. So Sam
Okay.
Apps we've got on screen currently sitting in 10th spot, up 17, no pit stop just yet. You'd notice there on the side, the Property Edge, that is a new livery there for Sam. He's a friend of Blake Grenhale there, and he's the one who sports this version of it, the blue one.
Yeah, so looks like Sam's just sporting the version from before colour TV.
Yep.
Yeah,
Don't,
you
that-
can
I
put
put a
the
bit of
green.
green on there, a bit of
No,
red.
no,
Yeah.
Blake, he doesn't mean it, because I know you spent an awfully long time learning GIMP and how to master it so you could get that colour scheme down pat. You've done a mighty fine job there, Blake. You don't listen to them.
He just doesn't want us to look as good as Blake's. He's just like, ah, you can't go Blake. I know Blake. He likes to reverse into people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Teammates, the Digital Bogan entry, these guys are glued together. Last season, this season, I think they need to split up teams and start learning some different tactics, because even though they're sitting there in 7th and 8th respectively with their one stop each, just glued the whole time.
Thing too is you don't.
They'll probably
Go
just be
back.
happy they don't have Sean McMurray anywhere near them like they usually do.
Why's
If
that?
it's not me, it's someone else, isn't it? And to be honest, we are quite similar pace. They've had it on me for a few seasons, and I think last season I taught them a lesson, so I'm pretty happy with that.
Yeah.
So no, good luck to them. Clean racing is what I like. I mean, I like people that are fast and close and just give each other a little bit of room, and they're very, very good to drive against.
That's it.
As we look at Dane,
Yeah.
number 420.
Speaking of clean races, there's one.
Yeah.
He won a number of the clean racing bonuses last year. Was that another draw that we were going to be doing? I think that might have been what we were planning on doing during the warm up. We could definitely do this at the end as well. I've got I've still got that data saved there for the clean racing bonus from last season. We decided we were going to do 3 draws from that one, with the total of everyone's name who had won a clean racing bonus gets their name as an entry. So there's a few there with some extras. There's a few there with only 1 or 2. Obviously, Sean, you're one of them, and I'm one of them as well. So I think if no, Shane didn't. He would say he was close, but there's close, and then there's actually getting one. So Sean and I managed to do it. Shane not so clean.
Nah, just in the name DSA to. Sorry about that.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't want to let the punters down. No, they get used to seeing the DSA car having trouble, so I always have to get at least a few incident points in every race.
That's
And obviously, if we win it tonight because it's a random draw, we're going to give it away to someone else.
we will. Yep, we'll do it. If it comes up as one of us, we'll. Well, what I might do is I might just pull our names from it to save the drama.
I want to see my name in lights.
Okay.
It's a redraw. Make it special.
Yeah.
Because we won't see Shane's name in there.
No, you won't.
Cole Taylor. This is Cole
Yeah.
Taylor. 14th
Taylor.
spot.
The
The Cole Taylor. And he's proving why he was a King of Kings driver, because he's up 23 spots to get to that 14th there. And yes, he has stopped.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
So who's the car in front? What's the time gap? And who's behind him? Who's around him? Who's he? So he's got Peter Brown in front. Let's see, Jordan I don't know much around. Roger was very quick in practice. So Roger was the top 6 or 7. So maybe 8. He was definitely very quick. So he's a good company around there. Cole can probably, Peter Brown is fast and been out of the league for a little bit, in and out. But he's always very, very welcome. He's been there since the start. So
I just had a look here because Roger Forbett is under a wee bit of pressure from
Jordan
Jordan McDonald.
Yes,
And
Jordan's new, but he's quick, and this is interesting. Let's see how clean he is at getting this pass done, if he can get it done. But Roger's another very clean racer in front of him. Obviously, most Mustang drivers are. It's just those dirty Holdens.
he's
Well, you
lined
know,
up
you
a
tend
really
to, you
good
tend to,
entry in through there.
I like how
tend
you
to
both
make
just
you,
thought of something straight away at the same time.
you tend to make the odd mistake when you're going a bit faster.
It's
Ah,
like you two can't decide because you just talk at the same time. It's like Holden.
yes, we do apologise if there's a wee bit of overlap with the conversation. Obviously, we're all in different spots around New Zealand. Sean and Shane are a lot closer than what I am to them, being down here in Christchurch. And the joy we have is we can't see each other when we're about to talk, so it can be a wee bit trippy over sometimes, but we try our best.
Some people try to back out when someone talks. I do. Anyway. Race control has been very boring. No one wants to talk to me. Why do you think that is, boys?
I'm frightened of you.
Yeah. Oh. Cool. I like it.
So that's it there. So that's Jordan McDonald still putting a lot of pressure there on Roger
There's a lot of
Forbert.
smoke. There's a lot of smoke around.
Yeah, there's
Now,
a lot of
is it
tyre
on the-
locking.
Yeah. Copy.
So that was one there. I'm not too sure what car that was, but I've got a wee bit of data here. Connor Nixon going off the track. We'll have a look at that.
I had noticed Mike Robinson had dropped back a little bit,
Oh,
getting tangled up with Connor.
okay. That's it's a bit of a tricky one.
So it was car 168 that called it in. So that was Connor.
I guess it was
There you
because
go.
with the
Good
trip over
life,
here.
boys. Yeah. It was a bit of a trip over moment. It was a little rub.
He's still up at the
Little
B pillar,
contact.
so
So he's there. It's the contact that caused it because he got the little tap on. Yeah.
this is from Mike's
Yeah.
view.
We've got to turn down on him a little bit, do you think? Or do you think he ran wide? So that's basically where I state.
I think Connor's
I'm trying
come down a wee bit, and then Mike's
He
tried
has,
to collect the
Yeah,
tail
it's-
of his car, which has resulted in the contact across Connor's rear bumper.
So what's
So
happening
he's
is the
right,
speaking
he's right there at the apex,
Yeah.
which
not like
you don't
yeah.
normally climb up on that curb. So I think
Yeah.
he's on the apex, so he's made the apex. So I think Mike's done everything right there. I think, yeah, probably a little bit more space needs to be given.
Yeah. So this is what I look for. Does he run wide or not? And I don't see the run wide. It's probably the undercam angle was probably the best, but
Saying
yeah,
that Rob was attempted to redress as well, which is why he
yeah.
went as far as he did.
But what? Because he's such a nice guy. But I don't think he ran wide. But Connor did give room at the start as well. So
Yeah. Oh,
So-
that's in your hands there, race control, sir.
yeah, all right. Leave that with me. I'll be back.
There's Steve. So Steve's had a wee bit of a problem there at some point, but I can't quite see where. We've got a Jordan McDonald crash, which is very unfortunate for him because he was having a great battle there with Roger. Oh, and he's somewhat tried to redress that. I'll be interested to see what he does moving forward from that. Don't think he's given it back just yet.
He looked like he was waiting, and then he seems to have gone on with it. So
Yeah, I'll see if Roger says anything about that. So there's from Roger's view. We'll see how he managed to gather that back up. So sort of just driven away into the distance with that one. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see if he manages to give that back towards the end. Your teammate, he's had a wee bit of a wobble. Trying to put a move on Bill, which is a really bad thing to do because Bill makes his car 3 times wider. I don't mean to laugh, but I can only imagine, because I have raced with you and with Mark and a couple of the endurance events. Mark wouldn't have been very happy about that, but I think that was just a very Bill-esque kind of move coming into the corner. He had the right to move. He wasn't moving under brakes, and it was done before corner entry. So it's a bit of an unfortunate one there for Mark, I'd say.
Yeah, so he'll soon learn the guys he is racing around and how they're going to drive. And
Yes.
yeah, I think those of us who have a bit more experience racing against Bill would have known that gap was always going to close and would have braked it a little bit earlier there. So
Yeah.
just one of those things, I think.
And he looks like Mark hasn't given that one away just yet. He's still on the hunt there with Bill, and I know personally myself, I really enjoy racing around Bill because he really makes you think for your pass when it's going to happen. There's no such thing as an easy pass with Bill unless he actually communicates and says go, and that might be because he's damaged or something. But other than that, it's always great fun times. Let's have a hunt back up to the front here because this is getting spicy. Xavier Simmons up 13 spots to get into second, and he has got Craig all over the back of his bumper. So Craig's done a really good job of getting up into third spot, and he has an ever elusive second spot sitting there in front of him as we're on the final lap. I might just stay with these guys, seeing there is a 15-second gap ahead to P1 Bruce, who's just going across the line.
Yes, I think Xavier has just recently put a pass on Craig because I had noticed Craig was running P2 a little bit earlier, so
yeah,
it'll be interesting to see if he can find a way back past.
Yeah, so we're on the final lap now. I thought that might have been it. So Bruce just a couple of cars ahead around that corner already. But yeah, we'll see if Craig can give himself a...
Robbo's joining in on it now as well.
Yeah.
Looking to recover from a moment that he had a little bit earlier. So
Craig will
jump up on the podium. Craig
Yeah.
won't give this one up, I don't think.
No.
Let Mike go pretty easy a little bit earlier in the race, but it's all on now, and Mike's going to try and go around the outside, and almost done that with ease, but Craig finding back a little bit more on the exit. This is going to be another moment where
both having a wobble.
A replay!
Oh. Well done, Robbo. He's got the spot.
It's not over
I don't think
yet.
there's anywhere where Craig will want to fire it down the inside, but Robbo's still going to make sure he keeps it on the track, keeps it on the black stuff, and makes those apexes so he doesn't open the door for Craig to wander on by.
Yep, so that's Robbo into third with Xavier just ahead of him in second, and we'll just stay with this battle because this is where the battle is currently at. And it's all about... No.
Bruce is doing his best Shane Van Gisbergen impression up against the wall there. As Xavier takes P2 and Robbo climbs onto the podium. Unfortunately, Craig just missed
That was, yeah, you'll have to ask for a recall on that one.
Is that a double win for Bruce?
It is.
First round.
It
Well
is.
done, Bruce.
There was a race control call as well there, Sean, if you missed it.
I did miss it. Let's go back.
It might be to do with this. Connor Nixon crash. Connor Nixon went off the track.
Connor Nixon out of fuel, I think.
So...
Not the first time it's happened to him.
Oh. No, I don't know about that one. That definitely looked like...
Connor, looking into it. Anyway. Good race around though. To be honest, with 40 odd cars on track now, is pretty impressive, boys.
Yeah, they were very very good night. I'd say all up. So we'll see if this brings up the right thing? No. Is there a way to go to...
I think because a few guys are still coming across the line, it hasn't quite brought up the race results yet.
Cheers, boys. Merry Christmas.
Cool, so that's... we'll get rid of that for the time being, and we'll... bring that back up. So yeah, so P1 took it from start to finish. Bruce Tannock, well done. Magan Turbo entry. Xavier Simmons, Allports entry, managed to move up 13 spots there. So he pretty much went from the back of the field right through to finishing second at the end of that race. Robbo, well done to Robbo. He's managed to come back to a better result from his qualifying result there to finish third, up 6 spots. Craig Mason, no move for him in that feature race, finished fourth, but monster effort, and we saw him having some great battles. Tony Lynch and Eamon Young, the digital Bogans entry, took out 5th and 6th. Timothy Vaughan there in 7th. Dane Northworth there, 8th spot, up 5. That's great. Peter Brown, that's a great result there for Peter, and welcome back. We didn't really see much of him last season, so he's finished there in 9th. And Jordan McDonnell, a new entry there, and he has taken out the top 10 there on that one. And we will round it up on that, and I will get ready to bring up our spinning wheel. So I will just have a look at our results. If you're looking at that one there, Sean or Shane, if you can just
I'm back now. Sorry.
If you can just confirm for me to which number down on the grid we're going to go to on didn't finish. I'm looking at a few cars finishing down 10 laps, one at 6 and then the others at 3.
6 onwards. I think
6 onwards.
Yeah,
so
I'm trying to be nice. I mean, even the 3 laps they might have added Suki, but
that's all good.
And then the 6 laps, I mean, you can definitely get around here.
Oh, cool. That's all good. So that's 38 entries. So I'll
37. Sorry.
I'm looking at 38. From you said from 6 up.
Yeah. All right. Yep.
All right. So I'll go to my spreadsheet and grab numbers 1 through to 38. So this draw here, as Sean said earlier, this is for our $100 prize giveaway.
Bruce won on 2 entries because he won 2 races. Just so you know.
So there it is. That's all the numbers there. So what I'm going to do, just to mix it up a wee bit more, I'm going to hit the shuffle button a few times. There we go. So that's all the numbers. If we're looking through, that's all mixed. So I'm going to spin the wheel now.
I thought it was going as fast as Shay goes around the track.
Yep. I set it specifically to that speed so Shane can keep up.
Yeah, the DSA speed. Sorry, Shay. I'll pick on Doug next week, so I even it out.
There we go. So we're looking for car number
who finished
22nd.
22nd, and that's an admin, Nick Bakey.
It is it. So I'll bring that out.
He's gonna be so gutted.
So just so everyone can see, number 22 was Nick Bakey. So that's a redraw. It's a redraw. So shall I remix up the numbers again, or just go for it?
No, just go for it.
So
just come and give away $100 to someone.
So number 22, we'll take him out. There we go.
That's so funny.
And
he did actually, but he did actually text me, Edmund's involved? I'm like, no. Uh, oh wow, it's rigged. Oh no, 18.
18.
No,
Bill
it hasn't
Kilgore.
stopped.
Oh, is it?
Number 9.
9. Number 9. That is Peter Brown. Well done, Peter
There we
Brown.
Peter
go.
Brown. There you
Awesome.
go. Well done, Peter.
Is he
Good
still
care
in
for car.
the? Is he still in the race? Can we let him know
Oh,
via the voice comms? No, Peter Brown gone.
Yeah, he's got. We'll message him.
No, that's
So well
cool.
done, Peter.
So that's
Uh,
that one. So that's that one. And what I'm going to quickly do is I'm going to bring up the one for our incident point roll, which is this clean drivers one here. So I can bring this across so everyone can see that. So that's a combination of last season's King of Kings, SuperCars NZV8s, the GT3s, Clean Driver Awards. There is a total of 74 of them. So I'm going to grab all those names. Copy that one. Get rid of that. Bring this one back over. Let's put some names into there. We'll give that a good shuffle up as well. And we're going to do 3 of these draws, and they're each for 15 iRacing credits. So you have to let me know, Shane, who this is going to be.
That is Dane Noda.
There we go, and that was really cool for Dane because he had quite a number of entries. So well done, Dane. That's 15 iRacing credits coming through to you. And so what we'll do now is we'll take Dane's entries out. There's one more. And we're going to re-spin for our second one. I see my name, I'll get rid of mine as well. And we might as well get rid of Macca. Even though I know he wants to see his name come up, I won't give him the pleasure. Here we go. Aaron Goodrick, MRX, and good night for him. He had a couple of good starts. Yeah, awesome stuff. Aaron Goodrick. We'll be able to pull his name from the list here as we do one final one. Give the names a shuffle, buffle. Last spin. 15 iRacing credits, and this one is for Willie McLean. Well done. So there we go, folks. That's all of our bits and pieces done and dusted for tonight. Yeah, big thanks to you, Shane, for joining me again tonight in the broadcasting lounge. I hope everyone at home has enjoyed the stream via YouTube, which is a good one. If you have and you have enjoyed it and you don't think your mates are keeping up with it, tell them that there's a link on the Supercars NZ community page for the Broadcasting Lounge, or they can just go to YouTube, type that in, hit subscribe, get our numbers up. It helps us out. So yeah, cheers, Shano.
Yeah, cheers, Doug. Good way to get the new season underway again. Some exciting racing and then some giveaways and more giveaways coming up on Thursday night. So if you haven't entered the racing yet, it's sadly too late. The cut-off was last night. If you have and you're fully paid, then get along Thursday night and you might be able to win yourself $100.
Yeah, certainly. So GT3s is coming up for us on Thursday night as we start off quite a new, cool, interesting interesting series that Shane and I have created and put together, with our first round starting at Phillip Island. There's a video also on the Broadcasting Lounge channel advertising that one, so go and check it out. It's all really cool. And yeah, we'll catch you on Thursday. This is Doug, and we will see you later.